snapped in two. The impact soaked all my food in toxic gas. Can I still reach my destination without starving to death? I am Wenshu, a climate activist and explorer. In January 2020, I completed a solo expedition from Berkner Island on the edge of Antarctica to the South Pole. It was a world-first trek. The UN declared 2025 as the first international year of glaciers preservation. So I want to go back to the icy continent and see how it has changed. This time, I've decided to travel in a different way. Kite skiing uses the power of the wind to carry me and my sled across the ice. Antarctica is the world's windiest continent, with gusts measuring a maximum of 12 on the wind scale. I want to harness that energy to make my journey in record time. I'm starting my journey here, at the South Pole, the 90th latitude. But right from the start, I face an unexpected challenge. There's no wind. It slows my progress down to a snail's pace of just 3 kilometers an hour.
白天走了一整天，然后也没有什么风，晚上休息了，感觉外边有点风了，附近有风是很不容易的，所以还是把握这个机会往前走一点试试。
I try over and over, but my kite refuses to take flight, and it's draining my energy.
最后还是果断的选择继续拖着行李越野滑雪走，一天比一天风小。
The only upside is that it's warm in my tent, which helps me rest. But it's not a good sign for Antarctica.
这12天以来呢，风一直都非常非常小，今天只走了10公里。
I originally calculated it would take me 15 days to cover 1,200 kilometers. But now, over 10 days in, I'm not even halfway there. At this rate, I'll run out of food, and that's a real concern.
还是没有风啊！但是还是要试一试。
Finally, some wood. It feels great to cover some big distances, but it's not all smooth sailing. At 76 degrees latitude, this part of Antarctica is filled with ridges of ice shaped by the wind. Skiing on this surface is anything but smooth. I'm constantly going over bumps that shake me to my core. My knees are feeling it the most, but I just keep on going until disaster strikes. 过这个冰坎区的时候，雪橇被后边的这个小冰山挡住，一下子这个被雪橇拽着要摔倒，把我的这个肩带直接的这个撞断了。 Luckily, my sled with all my provisions is still within reach. But now, there's a bigger, more life-threatening problem. All of my food is soaked in gasoline. Antarctica is also called the White Desert. 98% of it is covered in ice. And without food, I won't last long. I think about my next move for 3 hours. In the end, I see no other way but to eat my gas-soaked food.
它不能直接吃啊！我现在就只能把它热一热，做熟吃了。
With the abundant ice, I have enough water to try and wash the fuel off my food. Today's meal is some much-needed protein.
现在培根已经做好了，我这儿还有面包、奶酪，然后把它加在一起。哇，吃完了之后一直想吐，已经无法用语言表达心中的无奈了。今天呢，应该是在南极风最大的一天了，然后帐篷被吹着叭叭叭的响，应该能够走远一点。
I'm 700 kilometers from my goal. It's time for the final push. With the wind at my back, I clock in more distance. 130 kilometers on the first day, then 150, and finally 160. After 20 days, I finally arrived at my destination.
现在帐篷已经拆好，行李都已经打包上飞机，马上就要回去了。
My journey has shown me how much Antarctica is changing. Antarctica is known as the wind pole, but my experience showed it's not always windy. I even felt surprisingly warm in my tent. I can now say from my heart that glacier protection is urgent. I hope my experience will show people around the world that climate change is something we all need to work on together.